Hello and welcome. You're watching on Bosco Media Network. This is Monalisa Rumbai, bringing to you the news and events from Meghalaya. Here are the headlines for today. Nehu addresses hostel number 19 altercation. NGEA meets CM Albinush in demand of pending salary release. Newborn baby found lifeless in Peit, Shillong's garbage. And MHIS Aadhaar linkage issue discussed in the Assembly. And now the news in detail. In response to the recent altercation at hostel number 19 on the night of September 18, 2023, Northeastern Hill University, Nehu, has issued a press statement. The incident, involving a verbal dispute and physical confrontation among hostel residents, arose from disagreements over hostel regulations. Nehu is keen to clarify that this incident had no communal affiliations despite misleading reports circulating on social media. On September 19, 2023, Nehu organized a high-level meeting to comprehensively address the incident. Key attendees included the Vice-Chancellor, Registrar, Dean of Students' Welfare, Proctor, Security Officer and the Hostel 19 Warden. The meeting aimed to thoroughly examine the matter and implement appropriate disciplinary measures in line with university regulations. Nehu urges all stakeholders, including staff, students, parents and the public, to rely on official statements and verified information from the university to prevent the spread of baseless rumors and misinformation.
Sort of lapan map to kena take along no ba kajano kajingnya long ka long klik na kendiap teh kajingnya kata dah perangki kena hostel te kaja kajing shot jing adan te kaja kajing shot jing adan te wan ngaru ngade vice president chong ne so ngade khasi te kumbang yos ngongi ba ka rumors lani ka news ka spread long ba yo kamde de ka communal namar ngaru de khasi kani kadai tang misunderstanding between hosteler haprangki hosteler te pisto hi long ki khna tang tang kidang khamkhru kasnam tang tang kala ba long ba kim long kim la ban resolve da ba karan kala shu kajana ga jing khloi te henrengi na kaleng union ngi wan ban kundu mentai wisi kalong ba nadu nangni khmat kanam ja shu kum kini kidai ban penbiang ki security lane ba kat kai ka kam ka ba kidai ban la na kaleng university ban penbiang ya bakanam dan shu kani ga jingja hapoki hostel naka ai naget na security ru kila dap ai mo ya ga jingtar ya kata kot kin ai na nani na pot ni huru
ya jing sha sho lor president de discuss mun ke namar pi ke jing kundu ka jong ni but vice chancellor menta ka dei bangi kwa ka security ge khna kat yo vice president sha sho ta kam yu khna ru sha sho bi ke kadang ni wan menta ni push vice chancellor baka disciplinary committee kan shim action halor ga jingja baka num ja shu ni shikmat bat kiti khna bidang kiti vice chancellor baka disciplinary committee ke dibenchim immediate action kata ga jing push ke jingi yo vice chancellor
what you dean of students welfare kim dan ga jing ran ki kenjat thap ki sho alang yu te ka ni ka jingle kum kan ga jingja mani thu ipi ka pensier mensim ki ini ki ikhna ki ba dona hostel kani ka issue kumba ini bakin stu ki pagba bakamde ka communal issue kari ki issue hapreng gajing bames tu parakhnai te perkat what brio jong ladir nang niu dang sasho te umde tang niru ki dang don ki wiki ki ba sasho menen te ne halor ka jing shong meeting ba vc ngila ya rai ba kandi mandon ka disciplinary action ka bakam shushu ti namar ba bunsin kat baja kini jing jam ki beri menabar ki wan mata ki beri menabar kinle dakabor kim salia kin wonra tiar taru kim salia ki shong sir pat ki khna ba po ken tagra ngindum ailat kani ga jingja kani man kun hangni minta te kani bagi push ka administration bakan shim daka disciplinary action persya ini ki beri ki bakot ini ki na berapa ki bakot ini ki beri berapa
security kidon tang khendian ngot ki security ka khendian ngot ki security kidon ato
ne pi om ba ka don kata ka jing
kata em namar ngaru ngam ngakam yo small bhai kata tongang sule situ taman pen thanda kata ko ing nong ipi ngam tebre kasdang na tamba kajing yo small jonga na ki khna hostel na ki basa hostel ar to hostel te ki ong ba kadi ka misunderstanding jang we khna baru perfect kata hi ko pen ma ki bawan menen omde re tang khna ni hu ya kata ngan repeat kidon ki khna long ki bawan na baru ngim tebre ki bede ni ki rung sepa te nga ko vice president nga yele ban pensanga ya ki bakin rung lane bakin rung sepa hostel te dena kata kata ngan try ro ki dom ni yo nomor kadi lai bun ngot am la ya kulmar te tang kador tang mla re ban te de long yo ai te long kadang ka kata te long ba yo ki dom yang aru dia banga sange ni kumno ni kumtai ru kong kumbang yo report ka kakot nathina po security house nathina gate tu kelas atar te obviously gendai be ki kila bande ki khna banabar ngasuang kata ngamlong exact re ma namar ngamte blood ya kai baro ya kai kabaja ya kai ai hendrai kajing yo so jonga kalong ta namar kitar kadon kajing tar ya kai denam ma kajing tar ya ka entry bagi sim entry te be thok number plate ai te kata namar ba kumbang nong ai pi omde re tang khna hostel hendrai kidon khendiat kato kan ngot ki briu ki ba wear ki ba phong helmet ru kidon ba dang masuk kidon menen isi te kalong bang isong ba yaga disciplinary action lang bakan pejha lor kini ki jingja ba ada ka report jong ki ga sem ya kinu khna ki ba le igane ka kam man te kat kum ka rule kin ya follow na ka university ni tang na kata tang ya kata na nor ki pejba ru nor ki khna ni huru kalong ba kani ga jaka pule kani ga de ga ying mani ga baat ka ying ka sam jong ga baat kani ga de jaka pule iwan hane ban wat jing nang jing start iwan hane ban wat jing nang jing start ndai bang iwan hane bang in peni mono baklan bor mono batlat bor kumba hakper la don sibun chai ki senteu hakper ka itna te ka university ki bun ki khna ki bawan na ki we ru na ki we ki jalla wat para khasiru dan bawan na west ki dan bawan na jowai ki bofer te haprang ki khna kum gini am lada don ka jing bom isto jungmut wan keren mar persya ya penbaik kan no hikai udan wardan udan kiskorti gidan mangirung idan kani de ban solve te kam de ka jaka ba ong in shu sho sudat kani kam de re ka jaka kasurok chongki riukai kani ka de jaka chongki khna pule chong ka central university ombo baro ki khna ki balai na ka college ki banyo kala ban pule ha central university ombo baro ya kata fisiar office tho ha hendrai lada ha ka central university kanja si ja kumne kalong ka basausi baga jela jong ila kadan tanggaw central university ka state university ru kamdan te shaing lai lada ka hiar kane namar kum gini gi news kumbang lai kran lada kimi si kimi hakot khubor automatic ka ranking jong university ka hiar lada ka hiar ka ranking jong university manu bodo nang mangi ki bodo nang mangi ki trai muluk ngindo nang ya kata lada ngimyo ban pulih ne shaing lai ambo baro kila ban lai Delhi ambo baro kila ban lai Bangalore hendrai ba ki babun ki kwa ban wan hane hapa nehu te ka jingkar pa jonga kalong ba ngimbong re ki briu banabar ma kata kentin hendrai ki riu kai ki banabar chong ki bamde ki khna pule hane ki riu kai bar kitu ki khna ki ba hane ru lada ki yele kum kitu ki dei ki riu kai ma tangba kum ga jingkar jongi kumal ne kumba mene kalau ba kabun ke jingwan banabar namar kumbang laong ba kala jingtar ya kot kaladan hindrengi kerpat ka ngi ba sobha kane ga de ga caka pule ka ying mane ka baar ka jongi khna ka ying ka baar ka jongi khna kina kai kimi kpa baar jongi ngi de sipara lo dhane sipara kasnam jongi bar kalong ga basaw tengi de ban ya em sipara ngi de ban sutanat kai tangat tai kuliswa.
On the 19th of September, members of the Non-Gazetted Association NGEA and the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council employees convened with Chief Executive Member CEM Albinush Marak to urge the release of their long-pending dues. The NGEA revealed that the Employees Association of the Garo Hills District Council had issued a deadline to the CEM to clear 31 months' worth of pending salaries, which had expired last Friday. In response, the CEM proposed a partial solution by committing to clear 2 months' worth of dues immediately, with an additional 2 months' salary scheduled for release in December 2023. Frustrated by the delay, the NGEA has decided to take further action starting from Tuesday if the authorities fail to meet their demand for the release of pending salaries by the end of this week.
Ya jagani ni kode ana simana salary ko natinga ni mana nga bisuna kana ni mana siman ja jeng na bi je ngoba nga anthani pura chakaba ko jagani ni kode na simangna salary ko natinga ni mana salary ko haida kinala musala ngoni na suna chekran ko disperse ka apken ni mana sung khadung aibo aro je ko na jagani na pura chakachin wa jagani kode ana simana natinga ni ibu wasa na simang ba ma sakbo kna chakko mana district council ko na mat na de anchang absent kumui kamu kana na minya ini mana simang ba chingni gemen ba ma sakki mana kam ka babu na somo moda na stinga mana da alo chinga ba backlog ja kula chigini ni ko da alo chinga na simana salary onna ja kula chini ko de onna ha ini gemen chinga ba na simani backlog ko mang alo chingi asungani ko de absent na ke chinga ba unda mona manjowa Uni gimana na simang ba cingni dengan kandiran ko masyapo aru na simang ba kupe kapamu. Baina cingaba cingni asungami aru kecam bekulak lok kode tau cinga absan undam nade manjawa. Ini mi yarang kode na simang ba masyaki kamu kanan angin masyaki kamu kalkan isisan cingde ya district council kode nam dapat namanjen. Ini mana simasakan tigo momolat panas kinga masyaki hai kam kalgna county district council ni namgini na anching za bukana aru chinga mairang ko kam kainga chen buarang gemakon chinga na simani dergebarang baksa golpo kainga okaminga aru chinga kaniya hai na simang bo ching baksa ibo chinga mai kam ko kainga chen na simang bo masi ko chingi kam ka apo ya nakbarang ko kam ka yo chinga dongro bija kam kainga na simani madrang ko chinga gemangnya uni iman yarang ko ma si chakrike anching kam ko kana nanggen unjode anching ma si chakrike ja kam ko kaode ada zaman udah anjing tentang ini kami orang ko cagung dapat rumah ini mendak barang ko cagung jana kata anjing mana depete mengkangci kumong dari ini kampung karena ini ada nasi masakan dikon mau paneska lakukan tiada.
Peit, Shillong was gripped by shock and horror on September 19th as a gruesome incident unfolded when garbage collectors discovered the lifeless body of a newborn baby wrapped in a plastic bag amongst the waste destined for collection. The distressing discovery sent shockwaves through the community, prompting residents from Peit and its surrounding areas to converge near the garbage truck. The sight of the tiny lifeless body left an indelible impact on those who witnessed it. The routine garbage collection took an alarming turn when the diligent collectors, while segregating the waste, stumbled upon an unusual plastic bag. Upon opening it, their worst fears were realized as they found the deceased newborn within. Authorities swiftly took action, with the Nomensong police station assuming control of the investigation. The infant's remains have been transported to Nigram's hospital for a comprehensive autopsy. In an exclusive interview with the Don Bosco Media Network, the headman of the Peit Circle expressed the town's collective disbelief at the horrifying incident. He vehemently condemned the inhumane act and stressed the importance of collaboration between authorities and the local community to apprehend those responsible for this heinous crime.
Nakanika kalikit syndrome kapa laju penian daga syndrome langsel hebu ya kabandum ya ka syndrome naman lagi triumir kapa nakali nga jongi kum ka dorbashnong heru ni la authorize ki ba
kin le ya kan ya kam den dai kalong kai kai ka ba sngu kan dit bat ka bala pen shayong ya ka jing pakhat ka jonga ko mu ro sno ha ba yo sngu ba yo tam ya kamet ke jong kulum badang subha na kan kali de hakabede bakane na kaliang gajongi kum ka dor basu ni penrem na ka benta itu ki padon benta lane ki badai try jong ni kulum ya ka ba amdon shu ya ka mensim tibriu tiplay hakaba yai kulung balapun yai kulung balaka man supret haka caka kebom dai ban red genre hakalong brio man brio haga jing smufu haga jing perkat ka jonga ko mur mar chno tilara don da ginu gidau tende gidon da kiwi pakilat kilenti ya ka ban penhe pensan yu kulu genre om da ka ba shim hadu kani galanti ya ka ban peniap ngala panong namarang iyo ya ka met ka jong kulung ya ka ba om don show ya ka mensi but nalor jong kataru kapala bret haga kali kit syndrome di halor bidi bekane tan nagali nga jongi tumba do pasong di baro kawai ni kan juri kan but kai ka course of action ka bangi ngin le nagali nga jongi ka ba hadin ni ka bang ang lapoi hangi si pot ya ka ba ngalayo ya ka banya slot ka ka ni si pararang ba di balong kinong kitam jong ka sino ya ka ba ngin lum ya ka emergency meeting ha bidi bekane but ngin khot ya kini ki trying i badon jan jong ani ke jaka ya ka ba kani ka sebelum kami ya ka bangi ngin persyang ya ka ban wat yo le se yo ya ka jing yarap ba le se ngila ya ka ban yo ya ka jing tip ba ini iklung iba baklan ini iklung iba la bret aka kali kenyut idei ki jongno jing nakali ang ka jomi ka dar pasong kadi ya ka pai ka bangi wa ya ka ban pensyai syaki nong song bat ka jing kentu na kaliang ga jongi ba na kaliang ka jonga urang masnong galong ba na ka benta ki kimi ki ba tingingi sungu thu ba babon na kilong yeng kilong sen ba kum ha kani ga juk bat kum ha kani ka por ka ba mata ki babon ba ki couples ka ba kala ka yai ka ba ki persyang ya kala ya kalenti ba kim yo pon den rei kala ka yai ki persyang ya ka ban yo ya ga jing sumar ki bahar ko ban yo pon dan bagi babon bagi couple sepanjang Indonesia ba wan hadu manta kidang persyang namar kumta bagi laya songkha songman kia kwa hi bandon laki kun den rei kalong kai kai ka baja burom bat kalong kai kai ru ba pen syayong ya ga jingmat ke jingpakat ba kini bat ki brio haba kiyo kun den rei kita khat no ya ga jingim de bat ki bra ya ka ban perkat hadu kamensim ka ba hadu kanu ki don hapo jompi ya ka bahadu kan ka step ya ka baki kin lashim ya ka ban dekat ya ka jingim ka jompi kun ka baki kipun ya ki kun ka baki ki ka
menu balap ningkong ini kelok
te balap nongkong te dei uba ya kit syndrome hang tu te kat kum ka report ka jong kitu ki bakit ya ka syndrome kalong ba ini iklung latep hakatin punya Henry kajulong hi karukom ba kini gibalum ya kasrum kimla ban ki haban segregate anda lashim ya ketuka sendrum na ki yeng kisam ki haban segregate ha kali namar ban kila ban lek tang kumba arlanti lene lailanti ha ka shisni deknang ba kasendrum kan khamniam khambon tingi jukta ru ya ki bakin le ha ka taw kom den re those mane gi ba hadien ya ka ba kila pleu ya ka takatin de yo pan ban mi kan ban ko
kumbak lo yang try kila wan ban lo bikin sendrum la yo
katu dapat kakum ka quantity la ne ka jingdon jong sendrum ha kali kampat abu le se ki dang suyas dang ye den dai bana dai balabun te tuka katai ka body jong kali kan jendal adap ka sendrum den dai la itu kakum ka jingdon jong sendrum ha kali ka lomba ki dang suyas dang tangkat tukan itu ni
ide sendrum batang sukhana
de kata mlawan batai tidak supai ya ka jinglong ga jingman ka met ka jong klung Ima keladon hi ya kasih singir ni arsi.
Kemudian awan belum ni nyut jenang neng nam kompong be. Kahap ha kan ni ka
Kani kahap ha ka mau pat circle tree ka baka keton ifat ka shaw. Jadi nakalian ga jong ingin hoksim hi kata ke initiative, ingin hoksim hi kata ke action, ya kabangin persyang. Hakabor ka jongi, hakadisa ka jongi kung kador persyang ingin persyang hi kaban butian. Tenre ngasutu bakalong top nama ba kantam hai ni area kilabun ba ki priyo ki bana baru ki bayasa. Dia ba sagawiru kamdesu tang sisnong sithau ki ba ni em hang ni mana ka. Jadi ki babun ki baya ki bayang tingi ka ngi sutu ba ka kam kan kam juak ba kam Tenre nakali ang jong ini kung kador persyang ka ba ka course of action ka bangin sim nong kong kalong ba. Ngin khot ya kini ki ba marchan so. Ngin khot ikini giba marjan swa namangi la sungutho baka jinglum ya kanyut kalong batang susdang te kam da don han biru ya ka jingi ten ring ni don ngi scam ba daga jingi sinai ka jong ble ni la ya ka ban yo ya ka lap ya ka bakum kita gi prio khnang ba kanlong ka kubor pa na ka banta kiwi pati kopol sinai kiwi pati long keme la ni ki long pa ba kinom sim ya ka ni ka step lada ki poi ha ka song sana ha song man ten re hado ba kinda dekat ya ka jengem jong di kun ki jong kata na kalian ga jong ki do ka song yim la ya ka kriya.
In a crucial announcement during the autumn assembly session, Health Minister Amprin Lingdo disclosed that a significant portion of the state's population has yet to link their MHIS Meghalaya health insurance scheme with their Aadhaar cards. The revelation came as a response to a short duration discussion initiated by Mirabon's Aim MLA from Nongpor.
So coverage under RBSY for the insured beneficiaries in the initial years of the implementation of the scheme was restricted only to secondary care and surgical packages. The universal scheme introduced critical care, oncology and other essential tertiary care packages as well. So initially, when the scheme Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana was initiated in 2009, coverages under the scheme was only up to 30,000 rupees per family to below poverty line individuals and their families for a nominal enrollment fee of rupees 30. Subsequently, sir, over the years, the insurance cover has increased to 2.5 lakhs in MHIS 2, 2.8 lakhs in MHIS 3, plus 30,000 senior citizen coverage for enrolled senior citizens, 5 lakhs in MHIS 4, and now 5.3 lakhs in MHIS 5 and 6. MHIS is now being implemented with the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana since the 4th phase, introducing several operational changes which has improved the service delivery of the scheme in the past 4 years. Essentially, in order to increase the number of beneficiaries at 4, MHIS 4 and PMJAY, the coverage is 6,92,979. And now, under the scheme, improvement is now being focused on database, which is key to the effective implementation of this scheme. So for this, a data analytical agency was engaged to refine the MHIS database during phase 2, and similar steps were carried out in phase 4 and phase 5. So additionally, the scheme moved from an enrollment-based scheme during phase 1 to phase 3 to an entitlement-based scheme in MHIS 4, which meant eligible beneficiaries were able to register themselves throughout the year. Over the years, sir, the number of people benefiting from the scheme has also increased. In terms of utilization by beneficiaries, a total number of 41,874 enrolled beneficiaries had benefited from the scheme, amounting to 16.6 crores under MHIS 1 which increased to a total of 79,042 beneficiaries in MHIS2, with a claim amounting of 53.16 crores. In phase 3, a total number of 1,46,486 claims were registered, with a claim amount of over 94 crores. A major increase has also been observed now in MHIS 4. About 4,77,815 claims have been registered, and more than 329 crores has been the claim amount settled to hospital. In MHIS 5, a total number of 1,77,679 claims were registered, with a claim amount of rupees 140 crores. This is possible because of the constant improvements that have been brought about over the years. In terms of health benefit packages, after the implementation of the MHIS Phase 1, a costing collaborative scientific study was undertaken to define packages for Meghalaya, which was then utilized in MHIS Phase 2. MHIS is now in its 10th year of implementation, and Meghalaya has come a long way since being one of the only states to introduce the universal health insurance in the country. In 2021, the state conducted a health benefit package study which led to the introduction of revamping packages under key specialties like oncology, and to increase in the rates of existing packages. Additionally, keeping in mind the state health policy, the scope under OPT diagnostic cover has also been expanded. Meghalaya is the only state in the country targeting OPD services under a government-sponsored health insurance scheme. After MHIS 4, accessibility to several hospitals has increased as many as 3,758 claims have been submitted by hospitals from outside the state, including Assam and states like Maharashtra, Gujarat, and others from 2019 onwards. The scheme's objective also includes improving the quality of healthcare. This can be achieved by strengthening the public hospitals, PHCs, CHCs, and district hospitals by improving and building their capacities. Over these years, many district hospitals, which are CHCs and PHCs, have also been able to earn revenue from the claims amount. This revenue has been utilized to upgrade and purchase medical equipment, purchase non-medical items like generators, and support medical officers in procuring medical consumables in case of shortfalls. Today, many facilities have used these funds to improve their service delivery at their respective facilities. In 2021, the National Authority, which is the apex body implementing the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, awarded the state of Meghalaya in 3 categories: top performing state amongst all states for gender utilization, state with the highest hospital rate amongst the smaller states, and award for Nagrims as a top performing public hospital amongst the smaller states. These recognitions are an attestation of the scheme's performance. Megha's Health Insurance Scheme Phase 6, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, started on the 1st of September 2022. Transition to the scheme's next phase was made without any break and disruption, which allows beneficiaries to continue availing services under the scheme. Despite the change of Phase 5 to Phase 6, registered beneficiaries, households will not be required to register themselves again, therefore relieving the public from renewal of cards from one phase to the next. Such improvements in the scheme's implementation are what contribute to the success of the scheme. The Reliance General Insurance Company Limited is the current insurance company identified for implementing the scheme in Meghalaya for MHIS 6, selected through a rigorous and competitive bidding process. Some of the highlights of MHIS 6 and the PMJAY are an increased insurance to cover 5,30,000 per family per year, inclusive of 30,000 OPD cover. No limits on family size, and scheme continues to cover pre-existing diseases. The number of health benefit packages is 2,253 packages and 2,665 procedures, which include OPD, daycare, OPD diagnostics, medical treatments, surgical procedures, and high-end drug packages. Existing PMJAY MHIS card holders will no longer to register themselves. However, eligible unregistered beneficiaries can undertake their registration process at designated centers. Beneficiaries can utilize the scheme at any empaneled hospital across the country.
In a tragic turn of events, where an unborn child lost its life during a fishing competition held without proper traffic restrictions and oversight, Adalbert Nongrum, Vice President of Pampernai VPP, highlighted the incident during the autumn assembly session on September 19th. Nongrum expressed deep sorrow for the bereaved family and emphasized that this incident has an aftermath in the entire state. In a separate development, the Khasi Sepni Federation RKSF has called upon Garrett LSN Dykes, the District Commissioner of West Khasi Hills District, to take action against fishing competitions associated with gambling. Dykes has pledged to convene a committee to address the issue and explore ways to regulate such events more effectively in the future.
I wish to announce that there is another 0-hour notice tabled by Sri Adalbert Nongrum, MLA, under Rule 49A of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business for raising a matter of grave concern. Usually, only one 0-hour notice is allowed in a day during the session. But however, as a special consideration, I am allowing the 0-hour notice tabled by Sri Adalbert Nongrum, but his submission may kindly be very brief and not make any speech. Adalbert Nongrum.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for allowing me to raise a matter of grave importance on the Rules 49A of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business. Sir, I will not make speech, but I'll try to put a question to the present day of the government. The matter relates to the shocking death of an infant baby on date 16/9/2023, who had to be delivered without medical assistance inside a passenger vehicle by a pregnant mother, as their vehicle was unfortunately stuck in a 3-hour-long traffic jam caused by double-side parking along the road and unruly crowd not giving way to traffic. An unregulated fishing competition organized at Pampernai Lake, West Khasi Hills. Even as district administration was found guilty of negligence in issuing permission without taking responsibility in maintaining law and order, and district police personnel seen being engaged in prize distribution while noticeable absent in controlling crowd and vehicle from obstructing the traffic flow on the busy Shillong-Nongstoin highway alongside the fishing competition venue. Sir, it's really a matter of grave concern. I'm raising this issue, which has been featured as a prominent front page news item on a number of local daily newspapers, including Maupor and Nongsain Hima. In yesterday's edition, 18 September 2023. The incident has also been covered by electronic media, and videos are online on YouTube with thousands of viewers. Mr. Speaker, sir, I understand that Rule 49A does not allow me to make a speech, and so as a responsible legislator, I only request for a statement from the concerned minister in charge on a few important aspects. A. What action is being taken against the DC of West Khas Hills for granting permission to the fishing competition without carrying out responsibility to ensure law and order? And against the SP of West Khas Hills for allowing police personnel to be engaged by organizer in prize distribution while being absent from traffic management and crowd control. B. Whether future events of fishing competition, not just in West Khas Hills, but in other districts as well, I may request the attention of the House. This is very important and very vital for the state at large. Can be put on hold till such time that a proper regulation can be made by legislation, so that no more untoward incident should occur that put a danger to the health and safety of general public. C. Is government apprised of the adverse impact of fishing competition held almost every Saturday on the weekly earning of rural households who are being addictively attracted to prize money of around 50 lakhs in total each event, while having to shell out 2,000 to 3,000 rupees as an, and of which perhaps zero amount goes towards government revenue. So I won't take much of everyone's time, so I wish that I will end up with just very few words. I resume my seat.
Submit ya ka city memorandum ha di Commission Kawas Sales na kam ta jingjia kerja hang pempanai te ka jing temu ka jengi bang iwan hang ne kam dei bang minya kan tang ka jingjia po kan pu pempanai re ka te nam ta kala we jong borok ka district nama bang i ba kini ki jingjia ki bala pendeng kali kila pensakut ikba pun ba ki jing jenjar nu paj ba ngili i hakini ki media borok bala dep tinek leng jong iwan bu hang ne kalong ba ngi kwa ba na kalian jong di national usnan ola ka jong kitendon bat ka bangi ngi kwa leng ngi kwa ba lakum nu ba hakam mentashipor udisi ude ban penduk shwa pensanya shwa kan kam thong pai ti hadin nang tala da udisi ude ban sna shwa da kitendon hadin da sna kitendon min sia pe kalong kumno tengi ru ngila ai hi ka katukan ni teli kitendon ba udisi ude ban sna ka we ka bangi ngi bu kalong ba lakum nu kan de be sanspa metar na kini ki swak pidludi kenang bakin light na kini kendeng kali kin light na kini kijing huri hura jongki hapok suro bat ka ba ka bangi kwa kalong ba lakum nu ba hakan ne thong phai wa manta kalong ba udah ban bu bai silak hapok ya ka price kenang ba kanong ta ya kijing kisem jongki paj ba ngli i sibun kijing ut kijing nam jongki paj ba kilong tumi ki ba ha kilong kpa ki ba bela ki ba singi ki bangi i kalong ba ni singo ki jongki skor kalong ba tang nak daw kan ka kwai pun ba kilong yeng kilong sem ki prano batang prak ling sem ka don ru ki hep ki ba ni ma em ta kalong ba kajing them ha po jong ki yo ki hat kam dai shu tang na udrox hane ka ba ma menta ka ba mi kalong ba yo le yo kem na sak sami segi bro ki po ong ba ni tu na mangi kwa ban tip tiket kwai te kata ka kajing ting ma yang ni te ta kata wangi kwa menta di si sipon menta un pesang ya shwa unsna fai kendon gi babiang hadin la snai kendon gi babiang in sia pek in sia kmi lang kolong kumno tela kambiang ni degim sha tela kabiang pan in sale chupai ba ni le chupai ba in pek upai ba umon em ya tai kendon bu disiu sna da umon ro ngi miaj bang sak ma kolong ba menta dem pasange bi ni
In a recent development during the autumn assembly session, VPP MLA from Nongkrem, Arden Miller Basayomot, addressed the significant challenges confronting livestock farmers in the state. Basayomot highlighted the detrimental impact of the swine fever and a skin disease affecting cows on the livelihoods of these farmers. Responding to the concerns raised by Basayomot, the Minister of the Veterinary Department, A.L. Hek, assured the Assembly that the government has made concerted efforts to assist livestock farmers and herders in overcoming these difficulties. The issue presented by Arden Miller Basayomot garnered support from other MLAs as well, emphasizing the gravity of the situation and the widespread impact it has on the livestock farming business within the state.
So, I am sure that the state government is fully aware that cattle rearing and dairy farming is one of the economic opportunities to the people, especially in the rural areas. And if the state government is ready to provide support to the farmers, I'm sure the rural economy in the state will thrive. So in the wake of the disease, many farmers are compelled to close down their farm. And as a matter of fact, we know that beef consuming are still depending on outside supplies, and also the milk production is still in deficit. So, sir, may I know that since the farmer is facing acute problem and it has disturbed their business and even dislocated their business, sir. So may I know whether the government is contemplate to provide compensation to the farmers, sir?
The Honorable Speaker, sir, in my reply I said there's no compensation for the cattle, but the government is working out for the all the verification assessment, and that for cattle also the government is going to pay the compensation, sir.
So, sir, am I made to believe that the government is going to compensate the loss of the farmer?
Yes.
And my second question, sir, is that whether the government has verified the cause of this disease, sir, and whether the government at present is readily available with the medicine to treat this disease, sir.
Sir, we have the medicines. Also, we have vaccinated also for the cattle, sir.
So I beg to disagree, because as far as the information available with us, sir, is that till today the farmers has not received any medicine to treat for this disease. So may I get a clear statement from the minister?
This is your third supplementary question?
No, sir, it relates to the same question, sir. Medicine, sir.
See, the government, sir, the Animal and Husbandry Department, they have 4 hospitals which provided medicines and the vaccinations to all the cattle and to the farmers. And also we have 125 dispensaries. And
so no, I want exactly the medicine. Is it the medicine readily available for this specific disease? I don't want the minister to explain about the number of veterinary hospitals. I want exactly the medicine, whether the medicine to treat this disease, lumpy skin disease, is readily available at present or not.
Sir, I've already replied that you said that we have already given medicines to all the farmers.
Your last, next.
No, sir, this is my 3 question only. Sir, coming to the question number 1B, sir, the minister has replied that 16,20,000 compensation was provided to farmers during 2021. So the question that I'm raising is for the current situation, sir, where at present there is a large scale of deaths, of swines across the state. So, and the people, they wonder, because they don't know what is the disease, that their swines are being affected. And once they are affected with this disease, all the swines, they cannot survive and they succumb to the disease, sir. So, any compensation to the current loss of swines by the farmers, sir?
So I've already replied in the question.
So it seems that the minister is not getting what I'm asking. You are replying for 2021. I'm asking for the current, for the present.
That's why I'm saying you, for current, we are also doing the assessment and verifications. We have given for 540 compensation to the pigs now already been given.
So, sir, another question. So, whether the government has, carried out an investigation to know the cause of this disease that swine farmers are facing now. Because I was told by the people that ever since the government distribute piglets that brought from outside before this 2023 election, that their swine start contracting the disease, sir. So whether that is true or not.
So of course we have to depend from the outside the state for the requirements and the demands of the requirement of the states. That is of course sure, sir, because we are not self-sufficient states. We are trying to be our best to be a self-sufficient states. That's why we have to depend from the outside the states, sir.
In a recent assembly session, Nongpo MLA Merilbon's aim brought a critical issue to the forefront by presenting a question concerning the alarming rise in crimes against young women in the state. Expressing deep concern for the safety and security of the society, the MLA urged the government to pay close attention to this pressing matter. The assembly session served as a platform for deliberation on strategies and measures to combat this rising concern, with Merilbon's aims question serving as a catalyst for discussion.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I would like to place on record my sincere thanks to the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, who have made a very comprehensive reply with regards to different cases that has happened, especially the steps taken by the government to tackle the crimes against women and children. At the same time, how to tackle one of the biggest issues which is very alarming in our society is the increase of the drug smuggling. This is the menace in our society. Considering the fact on the statement that has been made, where the number of cases with the crime against women and children only in the span of 3.5 years, it is around 2,821. And whereas the prosecuted number of cases, it's 84. Where we have seen that apart from different initiatives that has been taken by the government to tackle, to nab the culprit, to book investigation, charge sheet, but still we have seen that very less cases has been prosecuted. My question to the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister in charge, Home Police, is that may we get an assurance from the government for a fast-track investigation, fast-track charge sheet, at the same time to handhold, even in the consultation with the judiciary, for a fast-track conviction of all these cases that has been registered.
Yes, sir, the concern of the honorable member is also appreciated well. As rightly mentioned by him, in fact, reaching to the stage of prosecution and conviction, it takes a lot of time, and number two is it really looks very discouraging, no doubt about it. However, sir, as far as charge sheet is concerned, the police department, they are all out to complete the whole process of charge sheeting, and thereafter we submitted it to the court for final disposal of each charge sheeted cases. And also I would like to assure the honourable member as well as the members of this August House that the police, the government will not sit idle on this issue. We will pursue the matter and also will make sure that the procedure in the court has to be completed within the time frame from the government side.
Thank you for that assurance. See, considering all this factor which is there that engage in investigation from the police department, one of the factor we understand or state we are not well equipped, especially with regards to the forensic lab that is in place in our state, where many sample has to be sent outside the state. It will take time. So I would like to know from the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister the status or the capacity of the present forensic lab that we have in Shillong, and what are the steps taken to improve the facility so that we could have a fast-track investigation, charge sheet and conviction.
Sir, I would like to inform the honorable member as well as the members of this House. Recently, in fact, the government has created a separate directorate on forensic lab, where now the function of this directorate is totally independent, and it is being now controlled by the Home Department itself. And recently, few proposals has been submitted to the government by the directorate for strengthening the function of this particular department, which is so important. So government has already approved the proposal submitted by the directorate, and also we have already acquired few important instruments which was required to make sure that the cases pending is fast-tracked. And number two, those tests, as of now, it is no longer required to send outside the state, but within the directorate itself, it is being tested, sir.
So if we look at the response by Honorable the Chief Minister, where steps taken by the government to control crime against women and children, it is all the steps that has been taken, which is in place. It is very impressive, especially with strengthening women police station, one-stop crisis center, crime scene unit, anti-human trafficking unit, and all. Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, with regards to the strength manpower of all the women police stations that are in place in all the district headquarters within the state, whether it is sufficient or not as per the required strength, if not, steps taken by the government to address for the earlier sanction of more women personnel in women police stations.
Well, I think, sir, the chronic problem facing or the challenges faced by the police department is the question of shortage of manpower. So again, sir, under the chairmanship of Honorable Chief Minister, recently we had a meeting. And this time we decided and we took it very seriously that shortage of manpower, be it in women police station or be it in the entire state, police station, SP office and up to the outpost level, we have decided that we will fill up those shortages. And right now the office of DGP is working out the total requirement of each of these, and once that is done, government will again sanction, create sanction and give sanction. And once that is done, I am very sure within few months from now, we'll be able to fill up those required manpower right from the SP office till the outpost officer.
Thank you for that response, sir. I would like to add.
Your last question, please.
Yeah. I would like to add, just apart from increasing manpower in women police station, at the same time, because in tackling drugs and all, the same police personnel, they have to look for law and order, for other issues, and even other crimes, then drugs. There are many issues, the same police personnel. So I would like to add that the same also to be considered for sanction of MOPO. My last question, sir, with regards to drugs, all the initiative that has been laid down here, it is impressive, and I congratulate the department. I wish them all the best. But one issue with regard to a few youths, it has been reported that they bought medicine from pharmacies, different pharmacies in the state, like Spasmo, Nitrosin, so that to get high, subject to verification. But there are few reports that are there. So steps taken by the government to check even in those pharmacies also, those who are selling without doctor's prescription. So this has to be taken into consideration, where the government has to look into to check this kind of activities also. It wouldn't be there in our society.
Yes, sir. The suggestion and submission with our member is noted. Well, yes, there are certain cases where on medication, on medical certificate, then the patient, the concerned patient, they get those medicine. But beyond that, it is not allowed, and our police are on the job to make sure that such medicines, which is available even in the pharmacy according to the medical expert certification, that yes, we are checking it and will make sure that everything should go as per the NDPS Act 1980.
In a recent session of the Assembly, MLA Merilbon's Aim from Nongpo presented a poignant question regarding the deteriorating conditions at Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, JNV, Nyangbari. The MLA expressed deep concern over the lack of proper food, water and medical assistance in the school, which is regulated by the central government. The MLA called upon the central government to take immediate action to address these pressing concerns.
For allowing me to raise the call attention notice under Rule 54, one of the rules of procedure and conduct of business of Meghalaya State Assembly, which comes out in the newspaper clipping Maupor dated August 2023, under the caption Tokit DC Halor Gejingwan Kikana School JNV Nyangbari Bayo Bamut Bagdawai Dirpol. Sir, this is the incident that was reported on the 31st of July 2023 from the student of JNV Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Nyangbari district, where it has been reported that student of this particular school, they have been supplied by the school authority the rotten food, uncooked food, unsafe drinking water, expired medicine, and also irregular supply of sanitary pad for the girl student. So the Ministry of Education, Government of India, has established many JNV schools across the country and also within a state also, with an aim to provide education to the remote area as well as to the poor and the downtrodden family. This particular school has served many student families and has produced many who have serving in different capacity within the state and outside. Even now, the government of India is focusing on this type of school like the Iklavia model of residential school, which has been initiated by the central and the state government also. So this issue is serious, where myself personally I have taken stock of this situation which falls under my constituency, which is very unfortunate that this thing has happened. My intention to call the attention of the Honorable Chief Minister or the Honorable Minister who will respond that this thing should not happen again, not only in this particular school, but also in other JNB school across the state and other government-owned educational institutions where boys and girls are staying in hostel, where their parents have sent them to get a proper education. After this incident, the question now is that who is responsible? Who will be blamed of this kind of incident that has happened, which greatly affected the health of the student? Whether the school authority, the management, the principal, or the warden, or the mess in charge, or even the supplier of the essential commodities or the medicine or the food items that has been supplied in different JNB schools across the state. All this has to be put in place. Or if there is any irregularities, it needs to be checked from the bottom to the end. So as we know that this educational institution across the state is meant to serve the people, the student, the dream and aspiration of the parents, but not at the cost of their health and security. So those responsible has to be booked, and no one is above the law. And I will urge through you, sir, that this incident that has happened in this particular school should not happen again here and in other part of the school across the state. And the government will ensure that the supply of food items, essential commodities, medicine has to be up to date and to look into this matter. Sir, with this submission, I would like to resume my seat, and I sincerely expect the response from the government. Thank you, sir.
The Garo Students Union, GSU Eastern Zone Rongjeng, has announced the appointment of new leaders for its Rongjeng Regional Unit. In a democratic process held on September 15, 2023, the GSU election saw a peaceful and successful completion. Robustian Sangma has been elected as the new president, securing 400 votes, while Walsimbath Marak has been appointed as the general secretary with an impressive 538 votes in favor. This election witnessed the active participation of students from various educational institutions, including Holy Family Secondary School, United Rongjeng Secondary School, Vivid Academy, Nongchram Secondary School, United Dambo Secondary School, and United Darugre Secondary School. In total, 1,460 students were eligible to cast their votes, and an encouraging 1,271 turned out to exercise their voting rights.
Rongjeng Regional Unit ni Secretary Dr. Nakamiya Sadamiren Imikani Manus Akin Ode Bangbi Sadamiren Imikani Konka Aro Tangan Rongjeng Chikapa Bishop Manigaman Sadamiren Gadi Long and Uniguman Yaranko Angi Bulamat Bet Yarang Dang the Gotna Tango Karekainga
Robustian R. Sangma Rongjeng Regional Unit ni GSU ni President unga lalo anga saksa Rongjeng ni GSU ni President unge anga dengtang Rongjeng ni ningnikani rangko aro dengtang wa namdo pan slorwani na anga kamko kaangna ta muksungi saksa GSU ni President na chakataha dengtang wa chingni ningnikal songni ningnikani bangani rangko anga namdoro slorwapna anga dakang chomotken inne anga kumukchitaniko dakanginga aro jeko chinga namro silo dapatna kamko kangpagi tumko bulama de pete chinga takang chomotken.
So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.